Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bandai Product and Figure Review. In this episode, we are going to be doing another unboxing of another model kit from Gundam Seed Freedom. And this one came out back in March, so I'm still waiting for some new ones to come out, especially the Rising Freedom, so definitely look forward to that. But the one we are going to be looking at today is none other than the high-grade 144 scale Gelgoog Menace Lunamaria Hawk Custom. And as we can see, the box art is really nice, and this is going to be a really nice addition to a few of the updated Gundam Seed Freedom model kits. So without further ado, let's roll opening and take a look at this wonderful model. And as we can see, this is actually a pretty thick box. And I do apologize, this is a really hard name, so if anyone can tell me if I'm pronouncing this correctly or not, that would be great help. I've been trying to figure out how to pronounce the name on this, but the Gelgoog Menace is by far one of the more cooler ones. We can actually see on the side of here, it comes with a cool sniper rifle. It has really cool shoulders. The neck moves very well for articulation, and the body tends to have very good articulation as well. And this has a great range of customizations with the shield, a double blade rifle, and a cool backpack that we can see right here with a whole bunch of extra weapons that can be attached. So that is on that side, and now we also have this side, which gives us a cool front and back and a brief synopsis of this particular unit. And I love how they give us a QR code to get more information about the movie. But we are here to take a look at the inside of the box to see what all comes with this. So let's crack this open and take a look. So as we can first see, it's really nicely packaged in here. As we can see, there is a lot of nice packaging in here. This is a fairly large kit. As we can already see, we have several stickers, and a lot of this is going to be comprised of a reddish maroon color. First off, I always love looking at the instruction manuals. So let's take a look. So this gives us a synopsis of the pilots and the mech itself. So as we can see on the back, it does give us a quite a bit better showcase of basically what's actually on the box itself. So it's basically copy and paste. So it does tell us a little bit of the different types of weapons and customizations and articulation. So this is actually the one thing I kind of really liked about these, is the high articulation. So as we can see, we have several parts here ranging from A to B and all the way up to D, G, and basically the alphabet. And we also have a nice little sticker sheet here, so we'll probably take a look at that. Instruction wise, it's going to be fairly self-explanatory on how to do this. It first starts off with a color page just to give us a good kickoff. So it gives us the head, body, shoulders, right arm, left arm, waist, and we end up going with the feet, how all the other armor pieces start coming on, and stickers. And we also have our backpack with our flight pack on here, and it does show us a lot of stickers. So what I may end up doing is kind of doing another painting experiment to do this, because these are really fun to actually paint all of this instead of just using the stickers, because I just feel like it just goes on better, or it just looks better overall. But don't get me wrong, if you aren't really good at painting, especially with white, I would highly recommend just using the stickers just to get it started. If you are not in the area of painting just yet. Runner A basically comprises of a lot of the blaster and a few armor pieces, especially for the backpack. A lot of the coloration is this lovely gray and blue and very like a light sky blue color for some of the other backpack features. It's really well molded and really nice. As we can see, the blasters are in both two pieces, so that's going to give us not too much of an issue when we're trying to paint or add some detail. So there may be some seam lines a little bit when you are putting this together if you want to do a full build or paint job. So just be aware for some of those seams. And we also have a beam blaster barrel, which is probably going to be more for this particular one over here. So overall, it's really nice, well done plastic for the molding. Next, we have Runner B, and this is where we're going to be seeing more of the flight for the backpack and a few extra armor for the joints. As we can see, we have these really nice black wings, and there's a lot of really nice panel lines on here. So maybe a white or a silver type trim to go and fill some of the seam lines in here would be a great touch to give it a little bit more of a metallic ting to it to make these lines pop a little bit more. There is a little bit of flash marks from that, but a simple like buffing and sanding will get those nicely out if you were wanting to just straight build this. Some of the other armor is this lovely maroon color. So this is going to be the hard part because I haven't found a paint of maroon other than in enamel. So that's going to be more of a polish and kind of put together. So overall, it's really well, nice molded. And the detail on here is really well done. And we also have several blasters and intake ports, and we also have some leading edges for some of the wings, and they are a nice white color, so I actually appreciate the fact that we do come with some white parts. Next up, we have C1 and C2. A lot of these are going to be duplicate parts, and a lot of this is going to be a lot of jet nozzles, as we can see here, arms and legs, joints for arms and legs, as we can see here, and various other gray parts. So a lot of the gray parts are going to be a lot of more of the joint and inner framework for this model kit, as well as the jet nozzles, which could be a really fun thing to go in and paint these with a jet exhaust for the inside and a kind of a gunmetal for the outside. And we can see they just attach onto these housings right here, and it's looking really well. It's a nice gray color, and the molding is really well done, so it doesn't look like it's going to be too much of an issue to put this together. Next up, we have D1 and D2. So this is primarily going to be a lot of the outside armor for the legs, which are right here, side armor, and basically the hips and the head, which comprises of a couple of pieces to give us kind of a range of customizations for this. And as we can see, this isn't a maroon, this is kind of a lightish, not even a salmon color, but this is kind of like a very light red color. So it's kind of similar to what this color would be. So as you can see, it kind of matches, and this is more of a kind of a gloss or flat red. So that could be really good if you wanted to paint this. A lot of really nice lines on here. Bandai has been doing a very good job with adding panel lines to help emphasize the model and give it a little bit more rich depth in the armor itself, especially as we can see with the head here. There is a nice little panel line that goes like around here and on this side, and we also have a nice little face for the top of the head where we can get our monocle eye. So overall, that is really well, nicely molded, and the color is very rich. Next up, we have E1 and E2. We are now going back into some more maroon parts, and as we can see, this is going to be more for the front and back armor. We have the top for the neck joint, where it meets the body to the head, and we have several vents and back armor. As we can see, we have a nice little nozzle, jet nozzle back here, so that's going to be kind of fun trying to paint. I wish that was kind of like a separate piece where you can just, you know, stick it in there, but beggars can't be choosers. And then we have nice pieces for our plasma shield and energy shield, so this is going to be an interesting feature for that. And as we can see, they will just combine right into each other and attach. And moving on to E2, this is where we have a larger blaster, which is comprised of two, or I should say 3 pieces, because we have a front and back, and then we have a part for the tip of the rifle right here. It is a nice gray color, so this won't be too bad to paint and add some of those lovely details. Now we're kind of moving on into several of the smaller pieces here, which we have parts for the bottom of the feet and various other armor pieces and various other pieces for the feet. And we also have some nice white nozzles and jet propulsions here and some vents. So this is a really nice thing, and we have nice beam saber for when we are doing like some action poses for some of our beam sabers and blades. And one of the last of the actual parts is now our clear, translucent, soft PVC plastic energy weapons. As we can see, this is a nice pinkish maroon color. It's somewhat flexible, but it is nice and transparent. These always look really fabulous when they are fully put together. And as we can see, there's little nubs right here. This is where they will attach to the staff to do the double wielding for the blades. And overall, they are really well done. There's not a lot of flash marks that I can see, so that's going to be really nice. And moving on to the shield. So this is the energy portion for the shield that this unit has. And as we can see, it's a nice sky blue translucent color. Again, it's made out of the same PVC as this, so this is going to be a really nice addition to give us a nice little color to our model kit. And last but not least, we do have a sticker sheet. So most likely I am not going to be using this because I really don't like using stickers anymore, except for like maybe the monocle eye, which is right here or here. But there are various other pieces on here that I may need to do or close to it. So just kind of follow the instructions and apply these where they kind of need. So overall, they look really nice. They will go on fairly well. This will help out with making your model that much more colorful. And this is basically like how you would do with stickers. So you may end up having to find a maroon. So this is going to most likely go on top of the wings that we are going to be like a black, maroon, and white color. So I may try to use the stickers on them and maybe do a sealing technique just to make sure they stay on, or try an experiment to make sure they do not come off. So definitely look forward to those. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude this unboxing of the new Gundam Seed Freedom Gelgoog. Again, I apologize if I am saying that name wrong. It's really hard to say, but unlike the name, it is going to be a really fun and easy kit to put together. So definitely stay tuned for the speed build of this wonderful model kit from Gundam Seed Freedom. And if you guys have any future suggestions, please leave those down in the comment section, and like and subscribe. You guys are what's making this channel possible, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.